What I want to do is I want to talk about what this concept of emotional intelligence is. Emotional intelligence, there are a lot of schools of thought about it, but what it is, what it boils down to, is the idea of navigating and understanding your emotions on a day-to-day basis, and also navigating the emotions and physical reactions and tonality of others. How you manage all those relationships that you come into contact with. Because now is a tougher time than we've ever been in, especially in healthcare. It's always tough, right? It's always an uphill fight every single day. You're trying to get through things. You're trying to manage change. Anybody really love change? No. Are you just thinking that if you woo, you get a mimosa? Is that the deal? Bartender? This is gonna be a really fun crowd, I can already tell. But when we talk about emotional intelligence, it's this concept. And it also boils down to 4 different things. On the top, you're gonna see self-awareness and self-management. Those are your personal acumen ideas. Self-awareness, self-management makes up who you are. We're gonna dive into each one of these throughout the presentation as well. And on the other side, you have your social acumen, social awareness and relationship management. We'll dive into these one by one. And I'm also gonna play music that ties to these concepts because, as mentioned in the introduction, I am a big-time data nerd. Yes, I am a living, breathing cartoon character, but I'm also a big-time research data nerd. I wanna give you the things that will back up what I'm doing today. The number one fact that I wanna give you is that when we are learning and having fun, we remember things at a 42% higher level. So I'm gonna give you songs that no matter what you're doing, you can think about that song, it brings back the recollection of what emotional intelligence is. Why is this important? Number one, in the healthcare industry has the lowest emotional intelligence. I'm used to speaking to law firms, so you're beating attorneys in emotional intelligence at how bad it is. Let's change that today, shall we? Because we want to have a better emotional intelligence. This is critical to your performance. Almost 60% of what you do on a daily basis has everything to do with your emotional intelligence. Anybody in here know somebody who's really smart, who has a hot temper? You may need to get some of those open to work badges after that comment. But every day, how you manage your emotions and what you do with them, how you manage your own things and how you manage other people has everything to do with your performance. I've worked with a lot of people who are very smart, who cannot carry on a conversation, who cannot ask the right questions, who cannot read the room, and they're limiting their success. 70% of an employee's view of a company's culture comes from the leader's emotional intelligence. So this starts with you at your organizations when you go back, and you can filter that through the entire facility. You have the ability, because everybody is a leader. I'm a professor of leadership as well, and I will say without hesitation, anybody can be a leader at any position, anywhere in their tenure. So I challenge you to go back and be the leading force of emotional intelligence in your organization. When it comes to your teams, the people that you work with, when you are more emotionally intelligent or when they are, you get 76% more engagement and 61% more creativity. In an era that engagement is down, this has a huge impact on how your teams perform, how the people around you perform, how you're operating across disciplines within your organization. Everything comes back to this. Now, I'm not perfect, and so I tend to have typos sometimes here and there, so if you see one, shout it out. This one is not one, though. I've shared several percentages with you, but this is not a typo. This should not be a percentage. When your organization focuses on emotional intelligence, you perform at a 22 times higher level of performance because you're raising your emotional intelligence, the 60% statistic goes up, you're more engaged, you have better culture, you have better engagement, you have lower attrition, you have higher recruitment. All of these things come back to your emotional intelligence. So my job today is to get you to understand how you can leverage these different elements in your own personal life, because I will say this too, is that not only have I gone to the hospital as a patient, I've also been a medical sales rep. My first job out of college was selling orthopedic goods. So I have worked with you all. Anybody from the great state of Iowa? All 3 of you. Please get them mimosas, because those are my people. I worked in Iowa as a medical sales rep, and I worked with you all. I worked in the back office with all of my clients, making sure that I was taking care of everybody. That's just the kind of person I am. And so I have empathy upon empathy for what you do.